Hey guys, it's Paul Prosise from the Paul Prosise podcast. It's been quite a while since I've done any kind of recording. Hang in there. I'll get back to you in just a second.
Welcome to the Paul Prosise podcast.
Line dog face pony shoulder.
There's my dad, Paul Prosise. Hi, Paul Prosise.
You're a line dog face pony soldier.
Oh, man. All right, so those are my daughters in the background. And, of course, Joe Biden.
You're a line dog face pony soldier.
No, I'm not. You are. Hey, so we've obviously gone through the election. I stopped doing podcasts. I just had enough. And I was having a hard time just kind of going through. I felt like I was feeding the chaos. And then I just felt like there was something preachy about the stuff that I was saying. I was feeling a little bit, if I'm being honest, I was just feeling depressed through things. Guys, you're going to hear kids in the background. I've got 2 kids doing in-home school, and I've got a third one literally watching TV right here. I'm in my living room doing podcasts that I've always done, but I have got, she's wearing headphones, and so she's probably going to talk to the TV. Adeline, shush. Remember, I'm doing podcasts. Shush. Okay? Shh. Okay, so this is life in 2020, right? So, hey, guys, we've got the election stuff's going on. We've got Dominion things going on. We've got all this stuff. And we've got cancellation of all the things. We've got silencing of our voices on social media. If you're conservative, we've got, if you're a liberal, you've got celebration that Biden won when he didn't win. We've got all of this stuff. We've got the lies from the left that Biden has won. Nothing's been certified. He isn't president-elect until the minimum of the GSA has gone through the process. That has to happen. And so not a single state has certified an election. I mean, obviously, tradition is one candidate concedes and they go through the process and all the motions are set. This is a different election cycle. We need to allow for things to happen. I posted on Parler today that we need to be careful as conservatives on a couple of things. And here's why I'm saying this. We need to be careful where we're putting our faith. Conservatives, we know that things are not what they seem. We're looking at the election and numbers are not truly what they are, right? We know that a pipe bursts in Georgia in some unknown room. There's no verification that that actually happened. They can't prove that that happened. And then counting stops in multiple states. All of a sudden, in some mass coordinated effort, magically multiple states stop counting. How does that happen when a magic pipe bursts in one state and all the counting stops magically? Tell me how that happens. All of them happen to be using the same voting software in all of these places. And nobody can explain how this happens. So we know this, and they tell us not to believe with our own eyes what we're seeing and tell us that there's nothing wrong here. Don't think that anything is wrong here. They tell us that the system isn't corrupt. To have faith in the system, and then in the same system, we are going to go and put all of our legal efforts and faith into the same system and sue the system and then trust that this system is going to magically say, oh, you caught us. You have the smoking gun. Here you go. You get to have the system back. I just think that we're putting too much faith that the system is going to adjudicate itself. Shh. Adeline. See, told you. It's going to happen. Throughout this whole episode, it just is. 2020, right? I just think that we're putting our faith in the wrong things. And we're putting our faith in a party, the Republican Party, that has not proven to be supportive of our conservative ideals. And yes, there are good conservatives in the Republican Party, but we are putting our faith and hope in people and a system that has not proven to be for us. And we need to continue to put our faith and hope in Christ alone. And we're not doing that. And we're saying our hope is in Trump. And that can't be. Our faith cannot be in Trump. Our faith cannot be in any one person. It can't be. And we're falling for this demagoguery. And, oh, it's going to be Giuliani. Oh, it's going to be in. It can't be. And I get that I have people watching this that are not Christ followers and that are Jewish and atheist, and stop putting your faith in people alone. Shh, please. Okay, stop. We need to work for justice. We need to fight for truth. We need to walk humbly in all of these things and act in mercy. Little Micah 6:8 there. But we can't put our faith and hope and trust in these people. We're all fallible. We all make mistakes. We all do the wrong things at all times, right? We all do these things. We all are striving to be better on a routine basis, on a daily basis. But we've got to be honest with ourselves. Maybe we're going to win this Dominion thing. We're told by Gomer that the army has captured this thing, but we also are hearing about the deep state, that that generals and the people in the Department of Defense were lying to Trump about the troop levels. Trump is telling us that he's pulling all the troops back, and then we find out that there's a huge amount of troops still in Syria. So who are we supposed to believe here? Most likely, if Biden ends up getting in, we're going back to wars. Because that's what the progressives do, is the constant wars. Because they need to feed the beast of perpetual money going into the beast of more and more going into the Department of Defense and the Department of Education and the Department of and this and that and more and more and more. Because that's what happens. Bush was not a conservative. He was a big government globalist. Big and more and big and more. There's nothing conservative about that. We've got to start being more about what we can control, and we've got to start worrying about our neighbors. We've got to start being about what we can be more about, and start asking our pastors to talk about the truth that we can control. We can start talking about the narratives that we can control. We've got to demand that our pastors talk about the truth. Stop placating to bad narratives. Like Black Lives Matter. Yes, they do. But Black Lives Matter as an organization is anti-God, anti-family, anti-man. God is not about that. God is about family and love and justice. This movement is not about that. Black liberation theology is all about Marxist, communist, and against what God came to do for this world. Everything that we're seeing in this culture today is moving us away from the foundation of this country. And this country may fall. I've done that video that a lot of you have seen. How did we get here? We might replace the flag that we hold dear in the country that we've fought for 200 plus years. But we know that our cross, that our faith is founded on nothing less than Jesus Christ and righteousness. We know that, so we can at least stand on that. And times really, really might get tough. Scalia came out and talked about that very recently, didn't he? And he told us that, man, if we don't do something, our freedoms are really hanging on by a thread. Scalia pointed out that our freedoms, especially through COVID, are really being tried. And we better wake up, church. Wake up. Wake up, people. You are losing your freedoms right in front of your eyes because of fear. Not to diminish what COVID is, but if you do not stop giving into fear and stop worrying about your face diapers, you are going to lose your freedoms given to you by God, not by a government. We are given these inalienable rights, these truths that are self-evident, given to us by our Creator. They are not given to us by some jerk in Washington, by some dictator down in Denver that feels that he can just wave a wand every 28 days and take away more of our freedoms. And then a judge says, you don't have that authority. And he says, I don't care what you think. I'm going to issue another edict. And over and over. I don't care what you think. I'm going to do it anyways. That's where we're at. A judge says, you're out of order. You don't have that authority. I don't care. I'm doing it anyways. Here in Colorado, that's what's happening. California, that's what's happening. New York, that's what's happening. These governors are out of control. Over and over. They're defying orders, and nobody's stopping them. There are no consequences anymore. There's no consequences. In Washington, nobody's getting any trouble. Biden, there's no consequences for Hillary. There's no consequences anymore. So if there's no consequences anymore, what difference does it make, as we so infamously heard from Hillary? And it's true. What difference does it make? So if there's no difference and there's no consequences, then we need to start preparing ourselves, Christians, that if there is no differences, and if they're making lists over and over that for people that supported Trump or for people that are against their agenda, then we need to start preparing ourselves for the tough times that could be ahead and know that we need to put our faith in the right things, not in the system that is clearly against us. Facebook, Google, YouTube are not for us. We don't need to put our faith in Parler or MeWe or Rumble. Those are not necessarily for us either, even though they might be more free. Our God is for us. It's not against us. That is the truth. That is the truth. I've been burdened for the last 3 weeks because I could not get anything out. I've had a hard time saying truth for quite a while. I've had a hard time because I haven't been able to find work and I haven't been able to do the things. And I don't know what the future holds for a lot of us. But I do know that we can find hope in Jesus Christ. If you are able to support the work that I'm doing and about to do more of, find the links in the profile and the link tree and please support the work. Adeline, please. Please support the work that I'm doing. Please share, subscribe, whatever. Do the thumbs up and the echoes and the shares and subscribes. Please help me get the word out. Because this work that we are doing, we have got to support each other in this stuff that we're doing as content creators and these things. Listen, I've done gaming, streaming, and that's the work that I've been doing for the last several years. And I've made a decent living at it and was able to support myself. But I can't do that on the platform anymore because my work has been throttled on the big tech because of the voice that I had elsewhere, and it got throttled, and I can't do it anymore. My freedom of speech has been throttled because I'm a conservative and a Christian. And I can't do my work any longer. And I need you guys, in order for me to say the things that I want to say, I can't do that anymore. And yeah, you guys may not understand video game streaming, and I get that. But if I want to do this right here and just speak truth like I want to on this platform, I need you guys to help support me. I don't know any other way of saying it or doing it. This is more important for me and my family than anything at this point. If you guys are able to help support, I can continue to make more and more content, and I'll be able to do more and more commentary. My name is Paul Prosise, and I love doing this. I love bringing you guys the commentary and the truth, and I'll be talking more and more about the news. You can see old podcasts that I've done in the last 5-6 months, and you'll see more of that. And then I'm going to do more of this, but I'm going to do it on Parler and maybe MeWe and Rumble and that kind of stuff. But my reach is dead on Facebook and YouTube because they've throttled me to a standstill. But I was making a living. I was actually making a living there. Help me get my name out. Again, my name is Paul Prosise. We'll see you soon. Bye.